I've seen him in the watchfires of 100 circling camps. They have builded him an altar in the evening dews and damps. I can read his righteous sentence in the dim and flaring lamps. His day
Well, Ben Barnett done Ben Barnett done took the stuff off the screen. Shit.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Sean Burnett, the big one, 106.3 WRIL. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Broadcasting from the Pineville Courthouse. It looks like it's going to about -4 on the meter computer there. That's my microphone. I'll move over to Brian's microphone now. On Brian's microphone now. Testing 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit lower. It's at -6. Not a whole lot lower, but a little bit lower. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yes, I am very, very little, Brian. Very little. Looking at the meter, just the very first green lights lighting up. Very first green light. I was looking at the meters on the computer. Very, very little, Brian. One green light. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing, testing, testing. Testing 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing. I don't know if it sounds good because of the equipment or the operator. I don't know. If you had a camera, you would see it looks very good too. I mean, I'm just saying, I can't deny it. I really hope you don't have me on the air right now. All right, I'm looking at the computer. I assume it's the built-in webcam there. It looks like you've got the camera on. It's got something lit up. Testing 1, 2, 3. Looking at the computer. 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing, testing. Constable 2nd Magisterial District. Looks like Larry Fish Mills and Ricky Lee Washington Sr. 3rd District Magisterial District. That's Constable. The meter on the right screen looks like it's hitting about -4. About -4. Testing, testing. Looking at -4. Yeah, right at let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about -4. That's close enough. Testing 1, 2, 3. Has a good connection. You got a Wi-Fi that I need to get a hold of for my computer. Yes, it's hitting about halfway. Maybe just slightly above halfway. Looking good. Sounds good. Testing 1, 2. Yes, I do have. Test it. Yes, both mics are on. Here's Brian's mic, talking into Brian's mic specifically into Brian's mic. Here's my mic, testing 1, 2 on my mic. This is the secondary mic, testing on it. Back to Brian's mic. They're both hitting about the same. Well, do you want me to slip over there and quietly turn that fan off? There's one pointed right at the computer. Are you going to be able to get me on the Wi-Fi on my computer, or do I need to go tether to my cell phone? That's how we're getting Harlan's returns. Yes. Okay, I turned the fan the other direction slightly. Honestly, it feels like there's more airflow with the fan turned that way.
faithful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hundred circling camps, they have builded him an altar in the evening dews and damps. I can read his righteous sentence in the dim and flaring lamps. His day is marching on.
check.
Oh my God. Really right friggin' now?
headphones.
We don't need. Brian on 106.3 FM, and we're live streaming from the second floor of the courthouse in Pineville. Now, we don't have anything coming through as far as election results in Bell County, but we do, however, have some coming through from our friends in Harlan. Let's go ahead and get on the air here. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Brian O'Brien. This is
Sean Burnett.
Got the microphone on. Good, good. Everything's working now. Little glitch getting us on the air, but we're good to go now. And we certainly appreciate everyone joining us tonight. We are sponsored by Brooks Durham Funeral Home. Once again, Brooks Durham Funeral Home giving us this wonderful hosting, and we certainly appreciate them. We want to say also a big thank you. You voted today.
We've been provided a stream by Harlan Community TV, specifically by Brian Held, the governor of Harlan Community TV, governor of the
capital J. All right. Fantastic. We also want to say thank you. We're going to be getting some tallies from our friends in Knox County, from the Knox County School Board and the Mountain Advocate. We'll be bringing those to you here in just a little bit as well. But you do already have some totals. Before we do that, though, I took a little bit of time to kind of break things down so that people could see who is on the ballot in our area. So we're going to go with one of the first folks that is on the ballot. We've got in the 5th Congressional District, Gerardo Serrano going up against Hal Rogers, and that's on the Republican side. Democrat side is Scott Sykes and Kenneth Stepp. We also have several other races that are going on right now. Bell Sheriff. Now, a lot of folks were confused about this particular race in that our current sheriff is not on the ballot. The independent is not on the ballot. That's because this is just a primary, and neither one of those gentlemen had any competition on their in their parties. So David Cornelius and Carl Frith are running on the Democrat ticket. Also, we have the Middlesboro mayor's race. It's turned out to be a heated race. You got Clarence Bo Green, Rick Nelson, Lucas Carter, and William P. Bill Kelly. Now, Mr. Kelly is the incumbent in that race. Magistrate, 3rd Magisterial District is Lonnie Jr. Maiden and Donnie Sparks for Republican. Democrat side, let me make sure we get over to there. Democrat side is Ansel Patterson and David Scott Hendrickson and Rufus Irvin. Also, we have, of course, the phone's ringing at this exact moment. It's probably one of those wonderful telemarketers to tell me that I have some great health insurance coming my way. The Republican ticket, we have got Hobart Whitehead, Jason Raymond Lowe. We also have John Smith, Eddie Farmer, Brenda Brock, Boyd Gooden III, David Bo Bush, and Cody L. Brock. That's on the Republican ticket for the 2nd Magisterial District. On the Democrat side, it is Hubert Dozier Jr., Marty Hensley Stewart, Harvey Couch, Lisa Nelson, and Freddie Hunter. Again, that is the 2nd Magisterial District. In the 1st Magisterial District, we have Jason Sanders, Joe Myrickle, Eddie Saylor, David Allen Myrickle, Brandon B. Wilson, and Wade Hoskins for the Republican side. Democrat side is Jesse Brock Jr. and Andy Wilder. Again, that's the 1st Magisterial District in Bell County. Judge Executive, we have got Albie Brock, Jerry Tiny Watkins, Jesse Coates Taylor, and Bruce Hendrickson. Now, what I've done is I've taken these snippets directly from the sample ballot provided by the Secretary of State. And that is giving us an idea of what people saw when they went to the ballots today, when they went to the polls today, not to the ballots. We also have Bell County Jailer. On the Republican side, it's Randy Venable, Bobby Valentine Jr., and the incumbent, Gary A. Ferguson. Jailer for the Democrat side is Larry McCullough and Jason Gregory. These two gentlemen, these two parties will be facing off in November. We want to also go back to the mayor's race for just a second. I want to let you know that the mayor's race, the top 2 vote getters, once again, the top 2 vote getters, whoever they may be, will go head-to-head in November. Okay? Head-to-head in November. When it comes to the judge executive race, that's it. Today's the day. All right, let's move on to some of these other races for just a moment. We have got Bell Constable. First Magisterial District is Creed Barnett Jr. and Glenn Hobbs. Second is Elmer Sizemore and Keith Allen Cox. Third is Ansel Patterson and David Scott Hendrickson. Also Rufus Irvin. You have got Henry Root and Kevin M. Gordon for the 4th Magisterial District, and Rick Dunn and Matt Durham for the 5th Magisterial District. In the coroner's race, I didn't actually show you the previous screen. My fault on that one. Let me pull back there real quick so you can see that. There we go, nice and pretty. All right, give folks a take a look at that. Do you have a lot of constables and magistrates running in your area?
We do. Several of the districts have a large race going on right now.
Okay.
Specifically, the 1st District has several, the 5th District has several.
Okay.
It's actually in Harlan, it's a pretty active election season this year.
Okay.
It's turned out really well.
All right, apparently we're just a little bit hot on some of our mics here, and we want to say a big thank you to everyone who's listening that's helping us get that. I will tell you there's a lot of fans going on here in the courthouse. Now, their air conditioning is down, so Judge Executive Brock and several of the guys here, they've been trying to make sure that it's cool in this room, if nowhere else, because this room gets really, really warm, especially this time of year. So if you're hearing some background noise, it's the fans. If you would kind of monitor that for us, Sean, take a listen to it. If you want to throw the headphones on there while I'm doing this, just listen to see how we're coming through there. I appreciate it. And thanks to everyone who is actually listening on the stream. We have a whole lot of bandwidth here we're dealing with, and so a big thank you to our friends at the courthouse. Give me just 1 second here to take care of something very quickly. See what the issue is. That's probably what's slowing us down just a little bit. We thank everyone who is with us today and who is watching on the stream. Shut down a couple of things here, and we'll be back to where we were in just a moment. All right, how we sounding there?
It sounds great. We're about 45 seconds behind, but it sounds good.
All right, so thank you to everyone who's helping us to keep track of what's going on. Let's get back to all of the races here. Bell County Coroner, there we go. So this one's decided today, folks. No one's running on the Democrat ticket. It's Jay Steele and Clyde Creech going up against one another. Clyde Creech is a former coroner, and Jay Steele is our current coroner. Have I missed anybody else? I think that's it. Now, if you want to, we have some a precinct checking in. So we're going to go to our screen here now so you can see that. One precinct is showing some pretty good numbers here, and then we're going to go to our Harlan numbers for you, okay? Alrighty. So here's, thank you to the courtroom here for allowing us to do this. I'll take out some of our graphics so you can see that. And again, we are being sponsored tonight by our friends at Brooks Durham Funeral Home. Here we go. In the 1st Magisterial District, with one precinct counted up, it's Glenn Hobbs at 34% and Creed Barnett Jr. at 18%. In the 2nd Magisterial District, it is one of 9 precincts. David Bo Bush, 29, Brenda Brock, 19, Boyd Gooden III, 13. We've got John Smith at 7, Hobart Whitehead at 6, Eddie Farmer at 3, Jesse Raymond Lowe at 2, and Cody Brock at 1. 34 to, I'm sorry, go ahead.
In the 2nd District Constable's race, we have Keith Allen Cox with 34 votes, Elmer Sizemore with 22. In the 3rd District Magistrate's race, we have Lonnie Jr. Baden with 30 votes, Donnie Sparks with 17. In the 4th District Constable's race, we have Kevin Gordon with 29 votes, Henry Root with 10 votes. In the 5th District Magistrate's race, we have Terry Bailey with 13 votes, Joe D. Hammondtree with 10 votes, Chris Frazier with 7 votes, Howard Haas Napier with 3 votes, Don Messer 3 votes, James Scooter Fuson 3 votes, Tyler Langford 2 votes, and Randy Hembry with 2 votes.
All right, in the United States Representative in Congress, 5th Congressional District, Kenneth Stepp at 42 and Scott Sykes at 28. Please remember, this is just one of one reporting. As far as your sheriff, David Cornelius 50, Carl Frith 45. That's just one precinct, folks. You've got Larry McCullough coming in for jailer at 46, Jason Gregory at 45, Magisterial District 1, one of 6 precincts calling in here, Andy J. Wilder at 4, and Jesse Brock Jr. at 2. This is a big one now, go ahead.
At the 2nd District Magistrate's race, we have Freddie Hunter with 18 votes, Hubert Dozier Jr. 10 votes, Harv Couch 10 votes, Lisa Nelson with 4, and Marty Stewart with 1 vote.
Ricky Lee Washington Sr. 26 and Larry Fish Mills 16 in the constable race there. Constable 3rd Magisterial District, it is Ansel Patterson at 9, David Scott Hendrickson at 5, and Rufus Irvin at 3.
In the Justice of the Supreme Court for the 3rd Supreme Court District, one of 31 precincts reporting, it is Deborah Hembry Lambert, 216 votes, Dan Ballou with 50 votes, and David Tapp with 39 votes.
In the mayor's race in Middlesboro, Rick Nelson at 60, Clarence Bowe Green at 31, Lucas Carter at 31, and William Bill Kelly at 22. This is going to wrap back around. We've just got one that's reporting. Let's go with Harlan and see what they've got.
As we step into Harlan's, it's midway through the stream, but in the 5th District Magistrate's race with one precinct reporting, James Howard, the incumbent, is leading with 14 votes. Freeman Clark had 1 vote less. In the 5th District Constable's race, Robert Haywood, 22 votes, Frank Pennington Sr., 7 votes. In the Judge for the Court of Appeals 7th Appellate District, we have Gene Smallwood Jr. with 121 votes, David Barber, 109 votes, Donald Combs with 71 votes.
Harold Howell Rogers is at 238. Serrano 17, and that is for the 5th Congressional District. Here we go. County Judge Executive, 1 of 31. Albie Brock at 172. Bruce Hendrickson at 57. Jerry Tiny Watkins at 14. And Jesse Coates Taylor at 12. You've got yours coming through with another precinct. Go ahead.
As we're rolling back through and it's updating in Harlan County, it just updated again. We have a blank screen. We'll go back to Bell County. In the coroner's race with 1 of 31 precincts reporting, we have Jay Steele with 132 votes, Clyde Creech with 123 votes. 1st District Magistrate race, Eddie Saylor 15, Wade Hoskins 15, Joe Miracle 11, Jason Sanders 9, David Miracle 3, and Brandon Wilson with 1. In the 1st District Constable's race, 1 of 6 precincts reporting, Glenn Hobbs 34 votes, Creed Barnett Jr. with 18 votes.
All right, we've got David Bo Bush at 22, Brenda Brock at 19, Boyd Gooden at 13, John Smith at 7, Hobart Whitehead at 6, Eddie Farmer at 3, Jesse Raymond Lowe at 2, and Cody Brock at 1. That's for the Magistrate 2nd District.
We'll go to Harlan County. In the clerk's race, we have Sean Miller with 182 votes, John Clem Jr. with 143. 1st District Magistrate Republican, Paul Caldwell leading with 54, David Jones with 41. In the 3rd District Magistrate's race in Harlan County, we have Paul Browning leading with 6 votes, Tyler Blair with 3 votes. 4th District Constable, we have Charles Bailey, 63 votes, Chris Hickey with 19 votes. In the 5th District Magistrate's race on the Republican ticket, Rick Torstrick leads with 33 votes, Dale Long with 29. This is Harlan County results. In the 5th Congressional District Representative race, Kenneth Stepp has 260 votes, Scott Sykes with 150. Commonwealth Attorney's Office, the incumbent Stephen Parker Boggs with 385 votes, Jason Jackson with 217. In the County Clerk's Office, the incumbent Donna Hoskins, 452 votes, Greg Shanks 84, Russell Huff 54. 1st District Magistrate's race, Clark Sparky Middleton, the incumbent, leads with 148 votes. In the 1st District Constable's race in Harlan County, Tony No leads with 117 votes over Bobby Grubb's 89 votes. In the 3rd District Magistrate's race, it's David Kennedy, the incumbent, with 15 votes, Tommy Jenkins with 4 votes.
We don't actually have any results yet from our friends in Knox County. I guess they may be experiencing what we've went through in the first little bit here, but we will get that as soon as we possibly can. Again, we don't have any results as of yet from Knox County. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and go to the 3rd Supreme Court District Judge, Deborah Hembry Lambert at 216, Dan Ballou at 50, David Tapp at 39. Rick Nelson at 60 for mayor, Clarence Bowe Green 31 for mayor, and Lucas Carter at 31, William P. Bill Kelly at 22. Let's take a break for just a second. Not sure if we're going to end up getting those results from Knox County. It looks like they're having some big problems with their stream, but let's turn this around for just a second because we still got 1 of 31 reporting in our immediate area here. So we're glad to have you here with us this evening, folks. I'm Brian, and this is Sean. What part of Harlan are you from, Sean?
I'm from Baxter. Harlan's a small county. Mm-hmm. Baxter's probably one of the closest to Bell County, so we're neighbors.
All right, and you were telling me that your dad used to do this at one time, didn't he?
Yes. Dad actually started here in Middlesboro and then went to Harlan to some radio stations, retired for a while, and came back to it. And then I did election returns with Dad for several years there in Harlan.
Well, that's good, man. I tell you what, and you were with WHLN for a while. You still with them?
I'm still with WHLN.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't want to leave you out in the large there, but we're here in the second floor of the courtroom in Bell County, and WYMT has been here throughout the day getting interviews. We still are at one precinct reporting in. There's only been roughly, let me put it this way. There's always going to be at least one precinct that's going to be extremely far behind, and that's going to be our friends in Frakes. And the reason being is Frakes is in a very remote part of the county. So as this thing goes on, we're going to go and review a couple more things. Have you got another? Oh, you got
Shanks with 84 votes. In the 1st District Magistrates race, 2 of 6 precincts reporting. Clark Sparky Middleton, 148, followed by Scott Lewis with 70. 1st District Constable, Tony No, 117 votes. Bobby Hot Rod Grubbs with 89 votes. In the 3rd District Magistrates race in Harlan County with 1 precinct reporting, it's David Kennedy with 15 votes. Tommy Jenkins with 4 votes. 4th District Constable's race, 3 of 7 precincts reporting. James Stephen Ray has 84 votes, followed by John Helton. In the 5th District Magistrates race, it's James Howard, the incumbent, with 83 votes, followed by Freeman Clark with 53, Gordon Barton with 7. 5th District Constable's race, Robert Haywood, the incumbent, has 114 votes, Frank Pennington Sr., 27. For Judge of the Court of Appeals, 7 Appellate District, it's David Allen Barber with 218 votes, Gene Smallwood Jr., 208 votes, and Donald Combs with 154 votes. As that screen rolls back through, we'll move to Bell County in the 1st District Magistrates race, 1 of 6 precincts reporting. Andy Wilder has 4 votes, Jess Brock Jr. with 2 votes.
All right, going to give you a little break. You've been talking pretty well. And you're keeping up better than I thought you were going to. We've got Constable 2nd Magisterial District. Ricky Lee Washington Sr. is at 26 and Larry Fish Mills at 16. Only 1 precinct of those 9 has actually reported in. We have Ansel Patterson at 9, David Scott Hendrickson at 5, and Rufus Irvin at 3 for 3rd Magisterial District Constable. As far as the Justice of the Supreme Court, 3rd Supreme Court District, complete precincts, 1 of 31. Deborah Hembry Lambert, 216. Dan Ballou, 50. David Tapp, 39. What you got for the city of Middlesboro?
For the city of Middlesboro, 1 precinct reporting, we have Rick Nelson with 60 votes, Clarence Bo Green 31, Lucas Carter 31, and William B.P. Kelly with 22 votes. Now, did you say in that race the top 2 will go into November to face
correct.
each other?
The top 2, and that's where a lot of folks were confused. In some of these races, some of these are done. Judge Executive is finished. We also have, we got more precincts coming in here, but Judge Executive is finished today, Coroner is finished today, Sheriff, that goes on in November, and there's city councils that are going to be picking up at that point. So we've got more precincts checking in. Let's go ahead and go back to that rolling screen there.
In the United States Representative, 5th Congressional District, Hal Rogers is leading with 384 votes. Gerardo Serrano with 45 votes.
In the County Judge Executive, it is the Albie Brock incumbent, 267, Bruce Hendrickson, 119, Jerry Tiny Watkins, 24, and Jesse Coates Taylor, 23.
In the Jailers race, 3 of 31 precincts reporting, it's Gary Ferguson, the incumbent, with 228 votes, Bobby Valentine Jr., 147, Randy Venable with 68.
And that is the Republican ticket right now. Coroner, Jay Steele at 287 and Clyde Creech at 146. We have got the 1st Magisterial District, and that is Eddie Saylor at 15, Wade Hoskins at 15, Joe Myracle at 11, Jason Sanders at 9, David Allen Myracle at 3, and Brandon B. Wilson at 1.
In the 1st Constable race, it's Glenn Hobbs with 34, Creed Barnett Jr. with 18. In the 2nd District Magistrates race, we have David Bo Bush leading with 118 votes, Brenda Brock with 38, Hobart Whitehead with 30, John Smith 22, Boyd Gooden III with 16, and Eddie Farmer with 15. In the 2nd District Constable's race, it's Keith Allen Cox leading with 159 votes, Elmer Sizemore with 56. 3rd District Magistrates race, 1 of 6 precincts reporting, it's Lonnie Jr. Baden with 30 votes, Donnie Sparks with 17. 4th District Constable's race, Kevin M. Gordon has 29 votes, Henry Root with 10. 5th District Magistrates race, 1 of 7 precincts reporting, Terry Bailey has 13 votes, Joe D. Hammondtree with 10 votes, Chris Frazier with 7 votes, Howard Haas Napier with 3, Don Messer with 3, James Scooter Fuson with 3, Tyler Langford 2, and Randy Hembry with 2.
All right, in the 5th Magisterial District, it is Rick Dunn at 23, Matt Durham at 14, Kenneth Stepp at 81, and Scott Sykes at 52 for the 5th Congressional District for Congress. The Sheriff, we've got 3 of 31 precincts, David Cornelius 92, and Carl Frith 81. This is the Democrat ticket now for the jailer.
We have Jason Gregory, 85 votes. Larry McCullough with 73. In the 1st District Magistrates race, we have Andy Wilder with 4 votes, Jess Brock Jr. with 2 votes. In the 2nd District Magistrate, 3 of 9 precincts reporting, we have Freddie Hunter with 55 votes, Hubert Dozier Jr. with 28, Harv Couch with 17, Lisa Nelson 15, and Marty Stewart with 7. In the 2nd District Constable's race, Ricky Lee Washington Sr., 88 votes, Larry Fish Mills, 34. In the 3rd District Constable's race, we have Ansel Patterson with 9 votes, David Scott Hendrickson with 5 votes, and Rufus Irvin with 3 votes. For the Justice of the Supreme Court, 3rd Supreme Court District, we have Deborah Hembry Lambert, 402 votes, Dan Ballou, 74, and David Tapp with 69. In the Middlesboro Mayor's race, 1 of 11 reporting, Rick Nelson leads with 60 votes, Clarence Bo Green 31, Lucas Carter 31, and William Kelly with 22. As that screen updates, we'll step over into Harlan County in the 1st District Constable's race with 3 of 6 precincts reporting. Tony No leads with 52% of the vote. In the 3rd District Magistrate's race, 1 of 9 precincts reporting. David Kennedy leads 15 votes to Tommy Jenkins 4 votes. 4th District Constable's race, 4 of 7 precincts reporting. It's James Stephen Ray, 113 votes, followed by John Helton with 44. In the 4th District Magistrate's race, we have the incumbent James Howard with 237 votes, or 66% of the vote.
Again, we want to thank our friends at Brookstone Funeral Home for bringing this broadcast to you. County Judge Executive, 5 of 31 precincts coming in here. Albie Brock, 416. Bruce Hendrickson, 213. Jesse Coates Taylor, 64. And Jerry Tiny Watkins, 36. In the Jailer Republican ticket, it is
Gary Ferguson leading with 46% of the vote, Bobby Valentine Jr. 39% of the vote, and Randy Venable with 14% of the vote.
Coroner, we have Jay Steele at 491 and Clyde Creech at 242.
In the 1st District Magistrate's race in Bell County with 1 of 6 precincts reporting, Eddie Saylor 15, Wade Hoskins 15, Joe Miracle 11, Jason Sanders 9, David Allen Miracle 3, and Brandon Wilson with 1.
We are still waiting for our results from Knox County. They are obviously having some problems with their feed. We'll get that as soon as we possibly can and get that updated for you. And we're also getting a feed from our friends at Harlan. Let's give them a shout out real quick as to who's bringing that feed to us, please.
Harlan Community TV has provided this feed for us.
That was quick. I thought you had more.
We like them.
Magisterial 3rd District. Magistrate Lonnie Jr. Maiden at 17 and Donnie Sparks at 17. 30 for Lonnie and 17 for Donnie. We have 1 of 7 for Constable 4th District, Kevin Gordon at 29 and Henry Root at 10. Let's move on to the 5th Magisterial District. Terry Bailey at 139, Chris Frazier at 55, Jody Hammontree at 44, James Scooter Fuson at 42, Don Messer at 34, Randy Hambry 12, House Napier at 10, and Tyler Langford at 9.
In the 5th District Constable race, with 3 of 7 precincts reporting, it's Rick Dunn with 150 votes, Matt Durham with 128. In the 5th Congressional District Representative in Congress, it's Kenneth S. Stepp, 118 votes, Scott Sykes with 90 votes. In the Sheriff's race, 5 of 31 precincts, it's David Cornelius, 133, very close, Carl Frith, 132, 1 vote behind.
And again, this is the Democrat ticket because the Republican, the incumbent, which is Sheriff Mitch Williams, has nobody running against him, and the independent, I believe that's Mr. Fuson, has no one running against him. Want to welcome all the media here tonight. We've got Frank and Penny from WFXY, WANO. We also have Macy and Glenn. They're here from WYMT tonight. And we have, I know Ray Welch is here representing the Daily News and several others. So we're going to get now to some more from Bell County, and then we're going to tap into what's going on in Harlan. Deborah Hembry Lambert for the 3rd Supreme Court District, 5 of 31 checking in at 718 votes. Dan Ballou at 105 and David Tapp at 90. Mayor of Middlesboro just 1 of 11 checking in. Rick Nelson at 60. Clarence Bo Green tied with Lucas Carter for 31 and William P. Bill Kelly, yes, at 22. After you, sir. We both have blank screens as of right now. This is the time where we thank the folks that are bringing this to us tonight. And again, that is Brookstone Funeral Home. You can see their insignia in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. We got 8 of 31 in Bell County now. 8 of 31 precincts in Bell County. And we're looking at 8 of 33 in Harlan. Let's go ahead and get right to the United States Representative in Congress, 5th Congressional District, and that is...
With 8 of 31 precincts reporting in Bell County, we have Hal Rogers leading with 918 votes, Gerardo Serrano 132. In the County Judge Executive's race in Bell County, we have Albie Brock leading with 576, Bruce Hendrickson 345, Jesse Coach Taylor 95, and Jerry Watkins 57.
For the Republican side, Bobby Valentine Jr. 491, Gary Ferguson 453, and Randy Venable for 141, and that is the jailer's race. In the coroner's race, Jay Steele 763 and Clyde Creech 313.
In 1st District Magistrate, 1 of 6 reporting, Eddie Saylor with 15 votes, Wade Hoskins 15, Joe Miracle 11, Jason Sanders 9, David Miracle 3, and Brandon Wilson with 1. In the 1st District Constable's race, 1 of 6 reporting, Glenn Hobbs 34, Creed Barnett Jr. with 18. As we step over into Harlan County, in the Commonwealth's Attorney race with 8 of 32 precincts reporting, we have the incumbent Stephen Parker Boggs, 687, Jason Jackson the challenger with 386. In the county clerk's race, Republican side, Democrat Donna Hoskins is leading.
That's all right. We've got Lonnie Jr. Maiden over Donnie Sparks, 30-17 in their race. Constable 4th Magisterial District, it's Kevin Gordon, 29, and Henry Root, 10. 5 of 7 for the 5th Magisterial District. You've got Terry Bailey at 239, Joe D. Hammondtree at 93, Chris Frazier at 90, James Scooter Fusen at 57, Don Messer, 47, Howard Haas Napier at 31, Tyler Langford at 26, Randy Hembry at 26.
In the 5th District Constable's race, we have Rick Dunn with 300 votes, Matt Durham with 193. In the 5th Congressional District, United States Representative, we have Kenneth Stepp with 211 votes, Scott Sykes with 149.
8 of 31 in the Democrat ticket for Sheriff. It's Carl Frith at 248, David Cornelius at 202. That's going to be a very hotly contested race. On the Democrat side for Jailer, Jason Gregory, 238, Larry McCullough, 175.
In the 1st District Magistrate's race, we have Andy J. Wilder with 4 votes, Jess Brock Jr. 2 votes. In the 2nd District Magistrate's race, 4 of 9 precincts reporting in Bell County, Freddie Hunter has 78, Hubert Dozier Jr. 51, Lisa Nelson 48, Harv Couch 26, and Marty Stewart with 8. 2nd District Constable race, 4 of 9 precincts reporting, Ricky Lee Washington Sr. 132, Larry Fish Mills with 80. 3rd District Constable's race, we have Ansel Patterson with 9 votes, David Hendrickson with 5 votes, and Rufus Irvin with 3 votes.
In the 3rd Supreme Court Justice, Deborah Hembry Lambert, 1085, Dan Ballou, 145, David Tapp, 142. In the mayor's race, 1 of 11, still checking in, Rick Nelson, 60, Clarence Bo Green, 31, Lucas Carter, 31, and William P. Bill Kelly, 22. Let's take a breath for just a second. Thank you to everyone who is currently watching. We have quite a large audience online right now. We are trying to get you the Knox County results, and we are having difficulty getting up with their particular stream right now. I'm sure our friends at WYMT have someone up there that they may be checking in with them. In Bell County, we now have 12 of 31 precincts checking in. 12 of 31 precinct ballots cast is 2,238. They were expecting a turnout of 30%, which is still not amazing, but at least some folks are getting out there and voting. Off to you, sir.
If we'll step into Harlan County in Commonwealth's Attorney's race, which is a hot race with 11 precincts reporting, Stephen Parker Boggs has 64% of the vote, Jason Jackson the challenger 35%. In the county clerks, on the Democratic ticket, Donna Hoskins has 72%, Greg Shanks follows with 17. 1st District Magistrate's race, 3 of 6 reporting, Sparky Miller has 336 votes, Scott Lewis 108. 1st District Constable's race, Tony O has 212 votes, Bob Robbs has 194. 3rd Magistrate's race with 1 of 9 precincts reporting in Harlan County, David Kennedy has 15 votes, Tommy Jenkins with 4. 4th District Constable's race, James Stephen Ray, 167 votes, John Helton 56, Robert Smith with 30. In the 5th District Magistrate's race, James Howard, the incumbent, has 66% of the vote, followed by Freeman Clark with 29. 5th District Constable's race, 3 of 7 precincts reporting, Robert Haywood has 74%, Frank Pennington Sr. with 25.
Constable's 2nd Magisterial District completed precincts is 5 of 9 in Bell County. Keith Allen Cox at 238 and Elmer Sizemore at 92. The 3rd Magisterial District, 2 of 6 is Lonnie Jr. Maiden at 70 and Donnie Sparks at 55. 4th Magisterial District is Kevin Gordon at 29 and Henry Root 10. That's not changed since the last time we reported, but this one has. The 5th Magisterial District, that's Terry Bailey at 239, Joe D. Hammondtree at 93, Chris Frazier at 90, James Scooter Fusen at 57, Don Messer 47, Howard Haas Napier at 31, Tyler Langford 26, Randy Hembry at 26. A big change here. 5th Magisterial District, Rick Dunn at 300, Matt Durham 193.
In the 5th Congressional District, United States Representative in Congress, Kenneth S. Stepp with 337 votes, Scott Sykes with 223 votes. In the sheriff's race, with 12 of 31 reporting, we have Carl Frith with 300 votes, David Cornelius. In the race, 12 reporting, Jason Gregory 357, Larry McCullough with 280.
And of course, as the Democrat ticket, we've got 116 Jesse Brock Jr. over Andy Wilder, 31 in their race for 1st Magisterial District. For the 2nd, it's Freddie Hunter at 97, Hubert Dozier Jr. at 57, Lisa Nelson at 49, Harvey Couch at 33, and Marty Hensley Stewart at 88.
In the 2nd District Constable's race, 5 of 9 reporting, Ricky Lee Washington Sr. 145, Larry Fish Mills 99. 3rd District Constable's race, 2 of 6 reporting. Ansel Patterson with 37 votes, David Scott Hendrickson 32, Rufus Irvin 7. In the 3rd Supreme Court Justice of the Supreme Court, we have Deborah Hembry Lambert, 1,463, David Tapp, 228, and David Ballou with 212.
146 for Rick Nelson, Lucas Carter at 57, William P. Bill Kelly at 50, and Clarence Bo Green at 49. That is now 2 of 11 precincts checking in. Let's go to Harlan because we've got to do a
in the 1st District Constable's race, 3 of 6 precincts reporting. It's Tony Noe with 212 votes, Bobby Hot Rod Grubbs, 194. 3rd District Magistrate's race, 2 of 9 reporting. We have David Kennedy, 39 votes, Tommy Jenkins with 8 votes. 4th District Constable's race, James Stephen Bray with 249 votes, John Helton, 86, Robert Smith, 59, and Lewis Bailey, 33. 5th District Magistrate, James Howard leads with 312 votes, Freeman Clark, 157, and Gordon Barton with 21.
All right, 13 of 31 precincts checking in. You've got Albie Brock at 786, Bruce Hendrickson at 471, Jesse Coates Taylor at 131, Jerry Tiny Watkins at 82 for the Judge Executive. That's decided tonight. Gary Ferguson, Republican, 626, Bobby Valentine Jr., 601, and Randy Venable, 258, and that is for the jailer. Jay Steele at 956 and Clyde Creech at 518, 13 of 31 for the coroner.
In the Magistrate's race, 1st District with 3 of 6 reporting, it's Eddie Saylor, 116, Joe Miracle, 57, Wade Hoskins, 52, Jason Sanders, 39, David Allen Miracle, 11, and Brandon B. Wilson with 8. 1st District Constable's race, 3 of 6 precincts reporting, we have Glenn Hobbs, 166, Creed Barnett Jr. with 89. 2nd District Magistrate's race, 5 of 9 precincts reporting, David Bobush, 142 votes, Boyd Gooden III, 56, Hobart Whitehead, 49, Brenda Brock, 46. 2nd District Constable's race with 5 of 9 precincts reporting. We have Keith Allen Cox with 238 votes, Elmer Sizemore with 92.
Magistrate 3rd District, we've got 2 of 6 checking in, Lonnie Jr. Maiden at 70 and Donnie Sparks at 55. 4th Magisterial District, 2 of 7 checking in, Kevin Gordon, 50, and Henry Root, 17. Before we go on, I want to remind folks this does not include the absentees yet. This does not include the absentees yet. Last year, 2 races were decided by the absentee ballots. Once again, last year, 2 races were decided by the absentee ballots. And one of those happens to be someone sitting directly in front of us right now. So, United States Representative in Congress, 5th Congressional District, 13 of 31 calling in there. We've got Kenneth S. Stepp at 361 and Scott Sykes at 237. Carl Frith, 422, and David Cornelius, 307. Democrat ticket for sheriff. For the jailer Democrat side,
13 of 31 reporting, Jason Gregory, 374, Larry McCullough with 304. 1st District Magistrate's race, 3 of 6 precincts reporting, Jess Brock Jr. with 116, Andy J. Wilder with 31. 2nd District Magistrate's race, 5 of 9 reporting, Freddie Hunter with 97, Hubert Dozier Jr. 57, Lisa Nelson 49.
When we get down to the bottom of the list for Bell County, we're going to head over to Harlan because we've not had much of a change in the last little bit for any of these races. We expect that to change shortly, like 13 of 31 for a 3rd Supreme Court District. We've got Judge there, Deborah Henry Lambert, 1510, David Tapp, 243, and Dan Ballou, 224. Here's one, 3 of 11 checking in. Rick Nelson is 187, Lucas Carter is 76, Clarence Bo Green, 65, and William Bill Kelly is 63. Off to Harlan.
Harlan's screen is updating also.
All right, so we want to say another big thank you to Brooks Durham Funeral Home. If you are looking for high quality, low maintenance, and a difficult time, get in touch with Brooks Durham Funeral Home. They will take care of you, folks, okay? All right, more coming your way right now. 18 of 31 checking in. Uh-oh. Go right ahead.
We'll have to go to Bell County right now. 18 of 31 precincts reporting. That is a total of 3,131 votes counted at this time. In the 5th Congressional District representative race, we have Harold Hal Rogers with 1,677 votes. Gerardo Serrano, 236 votes. In the County Judge Executive's race in Bell County, Albie Brock with 1,038 votes. Bruce Hendrickson, 621. Jesse Coates Taylor, 176. Jerry Watkins, 134. In the jailer's race, 18 of 31 reporting, we have Gary Ferguson with 834 votes. Bobby Valentine, 760. Randy Venable, 397. In the coroner's race, 18 of 31 reporting, Jay Steele with over 1,200 votes.
And 725 for Mr. Creech. We have got Constable, 1st Magisterial District, 4 of 6. Glenn Hobbs at 308. Creed Barnett Jr. at 125. 2nd Magistrate, you've got 6 of 9 checking in. David Bo Bush, 145. Boyd Gooden III, 66. Brenda Brock at 64. John Smith at 63. Hobart Whitehead at 59. Eddie Farmer at 29. Smile. Cody Brock at 12. And Jason Raymond Lowe at 10. We have got Constable, 2nd Magisterial District, Keith Allen Cox at 261, and Elmer Sizemore at 10. And we've got 3 of 6 precincts checking in for Lonnie Jr. Maiden at 159 and Donnie Sparks at 107.
In the 4th District Constables race with 4 of 7 precincts reporting, we have Kevin M. Gordon with 118 votes, Henry Root 37. 5th District Magistrates race, 5 of 7 precincts reporting. We have Terry Bailey with 239 votes, Joe D. Hammondtree 93, Chris Frazier with 90, James Scooter Fuson 57, Don Messer 47, Howard Napier 31, Tyler Langford 26, and Randy Hembry 26. 5th District Constables race, 5 of 7 precincts reporting. Rick Dunn with 300 votes, Matt Durham with 193.
Go ahead. Let me get in there for the sheriff here. We've got 18 of 31, 567 for Carl Frith. David Cornelius is 411. Very, very tight race there. All right, we've got Jailer for Democrat ticket. Jason Gregory, 471, and Larry McCullough, 439. Tight race there. Jesse Brock Jr., 134, and Andy Wilder, 50. That's for the 1st Magisterial District. 2nd Magisterial District, you've got Freddie Hunter at 102, Hubert Dozer Jr. at 79, Lisa Nelson at 55, Harvey Couch at 46, and Marty Hensley Stewart at 8.
In the 2nd District Constables race with 6 of 9 precincts reporting, we have Ricky Lee Washington Sr. with 162 votes, Larry Fish Mills with 130 votes. In the 3rd District Constables race, 3 of 6 reporting, it's Ansel Patterson with 71 votes, David Hendrickson with 67 votes, and Rufus Irvin with 14 votes. Let's step over to Harlan County. In the 5th Congressional District, United States Representative, it's Hal Rogers with 84%, Gerardo Serrano 15%. In the County Judge Executives race, Republican ticket, 19 precincts reporting, Darla Heflin with 68% and Claire Steins 35%. County Clerk's race, John Clem Jr. has pulled ahead with 50.5%, Sean Miller 49.5%. 1st District Magistrate, Paul Caldwell 272, Carol Craycraft 115, Matt Napier 104, David Jones 104. 3rd District Magistrate's race, 3 of 9 reporting, Paul Browning with 38 votes, Tyler Blair 15. 4th District Constable's race with 6 of 7 precincts reporting, it's Charles Bailey with 163 votes, Chris Hickey 43. 5th District Magistrate's race, it's Dale Long, 151, Rick Torstrick, 131. In the 5th Congressional District, United States Representative, it's Kenneth Stepp with 807 votes, Scott Sykes with 551. In the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, 19 precincts reporting, it's Parker Boggs with 62% of the vote, Jason Jackson 37. County Clerk's race, 19 reporting, Donna Hoskins with 72%, Greg Shanks 18, Russell Huff with 9%. 1st District Magistrate, Clark Sparky Middleton with 75%, Scott Lewis 24%. 1st District Constable, Tony Noe with 52%, Bobby Hot Rod Grubbs with 47%.
All right, in the Middlesboro Mayor's race, it's Rick Nelson with 301, Lucas Carter at 114, Bo Green at 102, Bill Kelly at 75, Albie Brock in the Judge Executive race, 1357, Bruce is at 735, Coach is at 205, and Tiny Watkins is at 155. You've got Magistrate, 2nd Magisterial District, and we'll go back to Harlan in just a second. You got some races there. David Bo Bush at 171, John Smith 148, Brenda Brock at 109, 95 for Boyd Gooden, Hobart Whitehead at 69, Eddie Farmer 29, Jason Lowe is at 19. You got Cody Brock at 13, Keith Allen Cox in the 2nd, 361, Elmer Sizemore 162.
Let's go to the 3rd District Magistrate's race. 3 of 6 precincts reporting. It's Lonnie Jr. Baden with 159, Donnie Sparks 107. 4th District Constable's race, 4 of 7 precincts reporting. It's Kevin Gordon 118, Henry Root with 37 votes. 5th District Magistrate's race, 6 of 7 reporting. It's Terry Bailey with 291 votes, Joe Hammondtree 126, Chris Frazier 108, Don Messer 98, James Fuson 57, Howard Napier 36. And in the 5th District Constable's race, 6 of 7 precincts reporting, we have Rick Dunn with 382 votes, Matt Durham 248. 5th Congressional District for Congress, Kenneth Stepp with 60% of the vote, Scott Sykes 39% of the vote. In the sheriff's race with 21 precincts reporting, Carl Frith with 58% of the vote, David Cornelius 41%.
In the Democrat side of the jailer race, we've got 533 for Jason Gregory, Larry McCullough at 488. In the 1st Magisterial District, it's 137 for Jess Brock Jr., Andy Wilder at 68. For the 2nd, it is Freddie Hunter, 108. Hubert Dozier Jr. at 95. Harvey Couch at 63. Lisa Nelson at 61. Marty Hensley Stewart at 14. For the Constable's second, you have got Ricky Lee Washington 181. Larry Fish Mills 161.
In the 3rd District Constable's race in Bell County with 3 of 6 precincts reporting, it's Ansel Patterson with 71 votes. David Hendrickson 67. Rufus Irvin with 14. In the 3rd Supreme Court District Justice race, we have Deborah Lambert with 76% of the vote, David Tapp 12%, Dan Ballou with 11%.
And an update, and we'll go to Harlan. We've got Rick Nelson at 301, Lucas Carter at 114, Clarence Bo Green at 102, William P. Bill Kelly, get it right, Brian, at 75. Just say William Kelly, Brian. It's just that easy. Go ahead, Harlan.
In Harlan County, in the 1st District Constable's race, with 4 of 6 precincts reporting, we have Tony No with 52% of the vote, Bobby Hot Rod Grubbs 47%. 3rd District Magistrates race in Harlan County, 4 of 9 precincts reporting. It's David Kennedy, the incumbent, leading with 74% of the vote. Tommy Jenkins, 26. 4th District Constable's race, James Stephen Ray with 50% of the vote. John Helton with 20%, Robert Smith 13%, and Lewis Bailey 7%. 5th District Magistrates race, James Howard leads with 60% of the vote. Freeman Clark with 35%, Gordon Barton 4%. 5th District Constable's race in Harlan County, Robert Haywood with 82%, Frank Pennington 17%. For the Court of Appeals 7th Appellate District, we have David Barber with 24%, Gene Smallwood 24%, Donald Combs with 20%, followed by Vanover.
Gary Ferguson, 1180. Bobby Valentine Jr., 973. Randy Venable at 557. That's for the Republican jailer. Jay Steele at 1756. Clyde Creech at 945 for coroner. We also have Albie Brock at 1490. We have got Bruce Hendrickson at 807. Jesse at 224. And Mr. Watkins at 177 for judge executive. And we're going to take just a breather here for just a moment. We have got a kind of a plethora of human beings in the courtroom right now. We want to make sure that everybody kind of gets a look-see of all the folks that are here right now. We have got media. We have got other folks who have come in just to see the results. And there's our friend Tyler from Daily News, and we've got Ray Welch back there. There's Frank and Penny from WFXY. Our friends at WYMT right there. There's Macy and Glenn. We hope to see Glenn may be with us again on Friday for the Mountain Laurel Festival there. There's Billy Robbins. Thanks to absentee voting. That's important. Billy was able to garner a win last time the city council met. All right, let's go ahead and go back to some of our results here. Thank you to everyone who was watching. Thank you to Brooks Durham Funeral Home for bringing the results to you. And we'll go to Harlan in just 1 second. We've got Kenneth Stepp at 585 and Scott Sykes at 403 for the 5th Congressional District. We've got Carl Frith at 692 and David Cornelius at 525 for Sheriff on the Democrat side. 23 of 31 precincts checking in. Jailer for Democrat, 23 of 31. 564 for Jason Gregory, and Larry McCullough is at 540.
In the 1st District Magistrates race in Bell County, 5 of 6 precincts reporting, it's Jess Brock Jr. 137, Andy Wilder with 68. 2nd District Magistrates race, 8 of 9 precincts reporting, Freddie Hunter with 130, Hubert Dozier with 112, Couch with 69, Nelson 68, and Stewart with 16. In the 2nd District Constable's race, 8 of 9 reporting, it's Ricky Lee Washington with 210 votes, Larry Fish Mills 182. In the Justice for the Supreme Court, 3rd District Court District, with 23 of 31 precincts reporting, it's Deborah Lambert with 76% of the vote, David Tapp 11%, and Dan Ballou with 11%.
A change in the mayor's race, just a little. 6 of 11 checking in. You've got Rick Nelson at 389, Clarence Bo Green at 151, Lucas Carter at 146, and William Kelly at 105. Let's go to Harlan.
Harlan is also updating.
Harlan is apparently on the same wavelength we are here in Pineville. But my name is Brian, and this is...
I'm Sean Burnett.
And Sean is from?
Harlan County.
All right, we're glad to bring you these results. We've got 23 of 31 precincts checking in, and that is roughly 4,153 votes that have been cast. Now, this is not including absentee, so anything we give you is not official yet, okay? Someone sent me some absentees, but they apparently wanted me to have a microscope to look at them because they're so small. But we've got a plethora of human beings in here, and Albie Brock is leading in the judge executive race, 1490. Bruce Hendrickson 807, Jesse Coates Taylor at 224, Jerry Tiny Watkins at 177, Gary Ferguson in the jailer's position for Republican at 1180, Bobby Valentine Jr. at 973, Randy Venable at 557. You've got coroner 23 of 31. Jay Steele at 1756, and Clyde Creech at 945. What's Harlan got?
In Harlan County, 3rd District Magistrates race, 6 of 9 reporting. Paul Browning with 84 votes, Tyler Blair 43. 4th District Constables race, Charles Bailey leads with 163 votes, Chris Hickey 43. 5th District Magistrates race, it's Dale Long with 201 votes, Rick Torstrick 153. 5th Congressional District for the United States Representative, it's Kenneth Stepp with 59% of the vote, Scott Sykes with 40%. In the Commonwealth Attorney's Office, 25 of 33 reporting, Parker Boggs with 61%, Jason Jackson with 38%. In the County Clerk's Office, it's Donna Hoskins with 72% of the vote, Greg Shanks 18%, Russell Huff with 8%. 1st District Magistrates race, it's Sparky Middleton with 75% of the vote, Scott Lewis with 24%. And as Harlan County is locked up, we'll step over into Bell County now.
Okay.
In the 5th District Magistrates race with 6 of 7 precincts reporting, it's Terry Bailey with 291 votes, Joe Ammontree with 126, Chris Frazier 108, and Don Messer with 98. In the 5th District Constable's race, it's Rick Dunn with 60% of the vote, Matt Durham 39% of the vote. In the 5th Congressional District, United States Representative, it's Kenneth Stepp with 59%, Scott Sykes with 40%.
All right, in the sheriff's race, the Democrat side, Carl Frith at 692, 23 of 31 checking in, and David Cornelius at 525. Democrat side for the jailer, we have got Jason Gregory at 564 and Larry McCullough at 540. Magistrate, 1st Magisterial District, completed precincts 5 of 6, Jess Brogg Jr. 137 and Andy Wilder at 68. Magistrate 2nd District, 8 of 9 checking in. Freddie Hunter at 130, Hubert Dozier Jr. at 112, Harvey Couch at 69, Lisa Nelson at 68, and Marty Hensley Stewart at 16.
In the 2nd District Constable's race in Bell County, 8 of 9 reporting, it's Ricky Lee Washington 53%, Larry Fishmills 46%. 3rd District Constable, 4 of 6 reporting, it's Patterson with 45%, Hendrickson 44%, and Irvin with 10%.
In the 3rd Supreme Court District, Justice of the Supreme Court, Deborah Henry Lambert, it's 2649, David Tapp 415, and Dan Ballou 412. 6 of 11 for Mayor, it's Rick Nelson 389, Clarence Bo Green at 151, Lucas Carter at 146, and William P. Bill Kelly at a smaller number that I missed.
Let's travel to Harlan County. In the County Clerk's Office, 29 of 33 reporting, it's John Clem Jr., 50% of the vote, Sean Miller 49%. 1st District Magistrate, 5 of 6 reporting, it's Paul Caldwell with 48%.
Okay, and Bucky Shelby is saying hello to you. Say hello to Bucky
Hello,
Shelby.
Bucky.
All right, 4,708 votes cast. 4,708 votes cast, 26 of 31 coming in now. We've got Harold Hal Rogers at 2624, Gerardo Serrano at 365. Big change in this one. Well, I guess it's a big change. Albie Brock, 1733. Bruce Hendrickson, 886. Jesse Coates Taylor at 261. Jerry Tiny Watkins at 199. Republican side of the jailer ticket, we've got 1353 for Gary Ferguson. Bobby Valentine Jr. at 1102. You've got Randy Venable at 639. Jay Steele, 1874. Clyde Creech, 1219. That's for coroner. You've got completed precincts, all of them counted in now for 1st Magisterial District. Eddie Saylor at 236, Joe Myracle 165, Wade Hoskins at 153, Jason Sanders at 121, David Myracle at 48, and Brandon B. Wilson at 12.
In the 1st District Constable's race, this is complete. We have Glenn Hobbs with 66%, Creed Barnett Jr. with 33%. 2nd District Magistrate, 8 of 9 reporting. We have Bush with 29%, Smith 21%, Brock 16%, Gooden with 13%. Whitehead with 9%, Farmer 4%, Lowe with 2%, and Brock with 2%.
I see how you did that. You just took the last name to save time. Is that what you did?
To save time, because I'm kind of lazy.
Okay. All right. It is Lonnie Jr. Maiden in the 3rd Magisterial District, 4 of 6 checking in, 230 over Donnie Sparks, 157. The 4th is 5 of 7. Kevin Gordon, 191, and Henry Root, 55. Got a long one now. We've got 7 of 7 precincts checking in for the 5th Magisterial District. Terry Bailey at 321, Hammondtree at 232, Frazier at 113, Messer at 102, Scooter Fusen at 59, Napier 38, Hembry 30, and Lankford 28.
In the 5th District Constable's race in Bell County with 7 of 7 reporting, it's Rick Dunn with 61%, Matt Durham 38%. In the 5th Congressional District Representatives race, it's Kenneth Stepp with 59%, Scott Sykes with 40%.
In the sheriff's race, Democrat take Carl Frith. We've got 765, David Cornelius 568. Jailer for the Democrat side, 615 for Larry McCullough, and Jason Gregory, 603. That has flip-flopped. We have got Magistrate First, 6 of 6 checking in, 140, Jesse Brock Jr., 140, and Andy Wilder, 62.
In the 2nd District Constable's race, with 8 of 9 precincts reporting, we have Ricky Lee Washington Sr. with 53% and Larry Fish Mills with 46%. In the 3rd District Constable's race, 4 of 6 precincts reporting, it's Ansel Patterson with 45%, David Hendrickson 44%, and Rufus Irvin with 10%. In the 3rd Supreme Court District Justice for Supreme Court, we have Deborah Lambert with 74%, David Tapp 12%, and Dan Ballou also with 12%.
7 of 11 precincts checking in for mayor. Rick Nelson is 462, Clarence Bo Green tied with Lucas Carter at 191, and Bill Kelly, incumbent, 127. Let's go to Harlan.
In Harlan County Clerks, on the Democratic side, 29 of 33 reporting, it's Donna Hoskins with 73%, Greg Shanks 18%, and Russell Huff with 8%. 1st District Magistrate, it's Clark Sparky Middleton with 75%, Scott Lewis 24%. 1st District Constable, we have Tony Noe with 51%, and Bobby Hot Rod Grubbs with 49%. 3rd District Magistrate, it's David Kennedy with 70%, and Tommy Jenkins with 29%. 4th District Constable, we have James Stephen Ray with 60%, John Helton 19%, Robert Smith 13%, and Lewis Bailey with 7%.
Let's go back to Bell County very quickly. We have 28 of 31 checking in now, and we've got the Judge Executive, Albie Brock, 1902. Bruce Hendrickson, 944. Jesse Coates Taylor at 280. Jerry Tiny Watkins at 213. Republican side for the jailer, you have got 1496 for Gary Ferguson. Bobby Valentine Jr. at 1132. Randy Venable at 728. Coroner, 28 of 31 checking in. You've got Jay Steele at 1991. Clyde Creech at 1359.
In the 1st District Magistrate race in Bell County with 6 of 6 reporting, Eddie Saylor has 32.1% of the vote. In 1st District Constable's race with 6 of 6 precincts reporting, the winner in that race is Glenn Hobbs with 66.4%. These totals do not include the absentees. As
Correct.
Brian said, this could change.
This could very well change, and we're going to take another breather for a second. We've been asked just a few minutes ago, where are we getting the information? This information is coming from Bell County Clerk Debbie Gambrell's office and the HARP representative. Bell County uses the HARP voting machines, where some other counties like Knox County use a different system altogether. That's HARP, HARP. And we've got a representative down there making sure if there's any issues with any of the machines that it has been brought to the attention of that gentleman. What does Harlan use? Do you have any idea?
I don't know what system they use, but I can tell you I spoke with the clerk, Donna Hoskins, on the way down today.
Mm-hmm.
She told me that things actually had gone pretty smooth in Harlan, said
Right.
there was a few glitches early on with some machines. They replaced those machines this morning, and they've not had any problems since. She said that the voter turnout is not great. Sadly, it never is.
Well,
but it looks to be a little better than usual this year.
We're looking at 5,147 votes total for this county, and that is low. All right, jailer for the Democrat side, Larry McCullough at 692, Jason Gregory at 640, very tight there. Magistrate 1st District, you've got 6 of 6 checking in. It looks like 140 for Jess Brock Jr. and Andy Wilder, 92. Not official in any way.
In the 2nd District Magistrate's race, 8 of 9 precincts reporting in Bell County. It's Freddie Hunter leading with 32%, followed by Hubert Dozier, 28%. In the 2nd District Constable's race, with 8 of 9 precincts reporting, it's Ricky Lee Washington Sr. with 53% of the vote, Larry Fish Mills with 46%. In the 3rd District Constable's race, with 5 of 6 precincts reporting, it's Ansel Patterson, 45%, David Hendrickson, 43%, Rufus Irvin with 10%.
Justice of the Supreme Court, 3rd Supreme Court District, Deborah Hembry Lambert, 3133. David Tapp, 559. Dan Ballou, 549. Get ready for Harlan here. We got Rick Nelson at 679. Clarence Bo Green at 291. Lucas Carter at 258. And Bill Kelly at 181.
In the judge's spot for the Court of Appeals, we have Gene Smallwood Jr. leading with 24%, followed by David Barber, 23%, Donald Combs, 21%, and Vanover with 16%.
Very quickly, we are having a difficult time getting results from Knox County. We apologize. The stream, we were not able to pull that stream up, but we will give those totals here very shortly. Again, just 28 of 31 precincts. 28 of 31 precincts. That's 5,147 votes. That is approximately, of the registered voters that we have, I want to say about 29% turnout. That's about right. 28 of 31 precincts for the county judge. We've got 1902 for Albie Brock, Bruce Hendrickson at 944, Jesse Coates Taylor at 280, Jerry Tiny Watkins at 213. This is Republican ticket for the jailer. We write that one down there because you need to make a note of that. Gary Ferguson at 1496, Bobby Valentine Jr. at 1132, and Randy Venable at 728. Coroner 1991 for Jay Steele, Clyde Creech at 1359. Go ahead with what you just did.
As we go to Harlan County, in the county judge executive's race, Dan Mosley is the Democratic incumbent. He is unopposed. There are two women running on the Republican side. We have Donna Carter Heflin. She has 63% of the vote right now. Running against her is Claire Steins. She has 39% right now. The winner of that race will face Dan Mosley, the incumbent, in November.
And we want to have you keep in mind that for the mayor's race in Middlesboro, the top two vote getters will move on to November. Okay, it's a nonpartisan race, but a city the size of Middlesboro requires that the top two vote getters move on. As far as the sheriff's race, this is being decided just for the Democrat ticket. Also on the ticket for November will be the incumbent, Sheriff Mitch Williams, and Mr. Fusen, the independent. Then whoever wins the race between David Cornelius and Carl Frith will move on to that race. The judge executive race is decided tonight. The coroner's race decided tonight, and this is for Bell County only, by the way.
The only race in Harlan County we have being decided tonight is the Commonwealth's attorney's race.
Okay.
Parker Boggs, the incumbent right now, has 61% of the vote. He's being challenged by Jason Jackson, who has 38% of the vote right now. I believe that was with 28 of 33 precincts reporting. I'm not positive on that, but I believe that is what that was.
Larry McCullough, 692. Jason Gregory, 640. We have got Carl Frith leading David Cornelius, 839 to 623 for the sheriff on the Democrat ticket.
In Bell County, in the 2nd District Constable's race, with 8 of 9 precincts reporting, we have Ricky Lee Washington Sr. with 53% of the vote, Larry Fish Mills with 46% of the vote. In the 3rd District Constable's race, 5 of 6 precincts reporting, we have Ansel Patterson with 107 votes, David Hendrickson 102, and Rufus Irvin with 25. In the Supreme Court Justice, 3rd Supreme Court District, we have Deborah Lambert with 73% of the vote, followed by David Tapp 13%, and Dan Ballou with 12%. In the mayor's race, with 9 of 11 precincts reporting in Middlesboro, Rick Nelson still leads with 48% of the vote, followed by Clarence Bo Green, 20% of the vote, Lucas Carter 18%, and Kelly with 12.8%. In the county judge executive's race, 29 precincts reporting, we have Donna Carter leading with 63%.
All right, good catch there. All right, people are asking about our friends in Laurel County, and no, we do not cover the Laurel County results there, but our friends at WYMT are keeping up with that. We have 29 of 31 precincts checking in. It's now 51-78 as far as votes. Really, 51-78.
In Harlan County, we had 29 of 31 precincts with 4,757 votes reporting. So it's low.
Absolutely. 1913 for Albie Brock, 946 for Bruce Hendrickson, Jesse Coates Taylor at 283, Jerry Tiny Watkins at 215 for the judge executive, 1500 for Gary Ferguson, Republican jailer ticket, Bobby Valentine Jr. 1145, and Randy Venable 729. 2011 for Jay Steele and Clyde Creech 1359 for coroner, 29 of 31 checking in on that. You want to take this next one?
When we go back to Harlan County, I don't have the exact numbers, but I can tell you in the 1st District Magistrate's race on the Republican side, Paul Caldwell has claimed that nomination. He had 60% of the vote, I believe, was the number.
Okay. We're going to go back to some of the smaller races here, and I don't mean to demean anybody who's running, but we do have some smaller races like constable and things of that nature. 9 of 9 precincts have checked in for the 2nd Magisterial District, and it appears that the winner of that race is Keith Allen Cox. I'm going to go ahead and call that. Keith Allen Cox for that race, 454 to 189. 5 of 6 for 3rd Magisterial District. We've got Lonnie Jr. Maiden of 299 and Donnie Sparks at 189. Constable 4th, 6 of 7 checking in. Kevin Gordon at 303 and Henry Root at 81.
In the 5th District Magistrate's race in Bell County, this is with all precincts reporting. It's Terry Bailey leading with 34.8% of the vote. In the 5th District Constable's race, all precincts are reporting in that race. Rick Dunn has that nomination with 61.5% of the vote. In the 5th Congressional District, United States Representatives race, it's Kenneth Stepp with 59% of the vote, Scott Sykes with 40% of the vote.
29 of 31 checking in for Sheriff on the Democrat side in Bell County. Carl Frith at 847, David Cornelius at 626. Jailer for Democrat side, much tighter, 695 for Larry McCullough and Jason Gregory at 647.
In the 1st District Magistrates race in Bell County, with all precincts reporting, that nomination goes to Jess Brock Jr. with 60% of the vote. 2nd District Magistrate, all precincts reporting, Freddie Hunter has won that nomination with 32%. In the 2nd District Constable's race, Ricky Lee Washington Sr. has won that nomination with 52.9% of the vote. In the 3rd District Constable's race, we still have a precinct out on this one. It's Ansel Patterson with 45%, David Hendrickson with 43%. That could change. In the 3rd Supreme Court District Justice, we have Deborah Lambert with 73% of the vote, David Tapp 13%, Dan Ballou with 12%.
9 of 11 checking in from Middlesboro, Rick Nelson at 679, Clarence Bo Green at 291, Lucas Carter at 258, William Kelly at 181. And again, this is 29 of 31 checking in for the major races that we have going on now. Go.
Let's go to Harlan County. In the 1st District Magistrates race, Republican ticket, Paul Caldwell has won that nomination with 48%. In the 3rd District Magistrates race, Paul L. Browning has won the Democratic nomination, the Republican nomination, with 67% of the vote. 4th District Constable's race, Charles Bailey has won the Constable's nomination. In the 5th District Magistrates race, we still have a precinct out. Dale Long leads over Rick Torstrick, 56 to 43%. In the 5th Congressional District for United States Representative in Harlan County, it's Kenneth Stepp, 59%, Scott Sykes, 41%.
30 of 31 checking in now for County Judge Executive Albie Al Brock. We have got 1972. We've got Bruce Hendrickson at 983, Jesse Coates Taylor at 297, Jerry Tiny Watkins at 228. We've got 30 of 31 checking in for Jailer on the Republican side, 1556 for Gary Ferguson, Bobby Valentine Jr. at 1167, and Randy Venable at 774. In the coroner's race, we've got Jay Steele at 2065 and Clyde Creech at 1431.
In the 1st District Magistrates race in Bell County, Eddie Saylor has won that nomination with 32% of the vote. In the 1st District Constable's race, Glenn Hobbs has won his nomination with 66.4% of the vote. In the 2nd District Magistrates race, David Bo Bush has clinched a victory with 29.1% of the vote.
Keep in mind, folks, that there are a few of these that we've mentioned that are a bit close. They could change with the absentee vote. Once again, they could change with the absentee vote. Okay, let's continue on here. We've got a 3rd Magisterial District in Bell County, Launer Jr. Maiden at 369. We have got Johnny Sparks at 243. 4th Constable, it's Kevin Gordon at 303 and Henry Root at 81. 5th District Magistrate, we have got Terry Bailey at 321, Hammondtree at 232, Frazier at 113, Messer at 102, Scooter Fusen at 59, Napier at 38, Hembry at 30, and Langford at 28. Off to Harlan.
If we go to Harlan County, we have 33 of 33 precincts reporting. That is all precincts. That does not count the absentees. That is 4,877 votes. In the United States Representative for Congress, 5th Congressional District, Hal Rogers has won that nomination with 83% of the vote. In the County Judge Executive's race, Darla Carter Heflin is the Republican nominee with 67% of the vote.
All right, we've got Larry McCullough at 746, Jason Gregory at 668 for the Democrat ticket on the Jailer's side, Carl Frith 888, and we've got David Cornelius at 656 for the Jailer's race on the Democrat ticket. On the Constable's 2nd Magisterial District, I'm not sure if this is going to be too close to call or not. 213 to 190. Ricky Lee Washington Sr. over Larry Fish Mills. It looks like that Mr. Washington has taken that one, but we don't know. I mean, is there 19 votes absentee out there? Not sure.
In the mayor's race for the city of Middlesboro, this one is nearly complete with 10 of 11 precincts reporting. Rick Nelson leads with 49%, Clarence Bo Green 20%, Lucas Carter 18%, and William Kelly with 12%. That one is interesting because the top 2 candidates in that will go into November.
That's
the 2nd and 3rd candidate right now are just within a few votes of each other, so that could change with that last precinct very easily.
Absolutely. Not just that, but then we've got the absentees that we've got to take into consideration. Hello again to our friends who are watching on the stream, listening on the radio. Brooks Durham Funeral Home, thank you for sponsoring our coverage tonight. We certainly appreciate it. Still 30 of 31 precincts checking in Bell County. Looks like Harlan, all of theirs have checked in. They're waiting on their absentee voting to come in as well.
Yes, the absentees will be counted and they will be added in later. We will not have those results tonight on this system.
Not on yours. I think
we won't, but we will get them to you, and you will have them on the air, I'm sure.
I will have them on the air, and what I'm going to do is when all the precincts have wrapped up here in Bell County, I'm just going to put on the patriotic video that we had there a few minutes ago and go down and get the absentee votes and see if anything has changed. Now, we're still sitting at 30 of 31 for major races. You know, the Magistrate District 1, 6 of 6 has come in, and Eddie Saylor's taken that at 236 votes, 32%. Constable first, you've got Glenn Hobbs at 66%. You've got 9 of 9 checking in for the 2nd Magisterial District for Magistrate. It is 29% going to David Bo Bush. And again, unofficially, folks, unofficially, we have to say that. We get ourselves in a little bit of hot water. 70% of the vote, Constable, 9 of 9 districts, Keith Allen Cox, hefty lead over Elmer Sizemore.
In the 3rd District Magistrate's race in Bell County, with all precincts reporting, except absentee ballots, it's Lonnie Jr. Baden, 60% of the vote, Donnie Sparks, 39%. 4th District Constable's race, with 6 of 7 precincts reporting, Kevin Gordon with 78%, Henry Root, 21%. 5th District Magistrate's race, all precincts reporting. Terry Bailey leads with 34% of the vote. Joe Hammondtree, 25, Chris Frazier, 12, Messer, 11, Fusen, 6, Napier, 4, Hembry, 3, and Langford with 3. In the 5th District Constable's race, all precincts reporting. It's Rick Dunn, 61.5%, Matt Durham, 38.5%. 5th Congressional District, United States Representative in Bell County, Kenneth Stepp, 59%, Scott Sykes, 40%.
Sheriff, Democrat ticket, Carl Frith is leading 888 to 656. One more precinct to take into consideration. Jailer, 746 for Larry McCullough, and Jason Gregory, 668 for the Democrat ticket. We have got the 6 of 6 checking in for Jess Brock Jr. and Andy Wilder's race, and it appears that Jess Brock Jr. has taken that lead. 31%. Or 32% goes to Freddie Hunter in his race. I believe that was Magistrate 2nd. Yeah, Constable 2nd Magisterial District. You've got Ricky Lee Washington, 52% of the vote over Fish Mills, 47. He was the incumbent. David Scott Hendrickson, 45%, taking that lead by a smidge, but who knows?
That's 2 votes.
Votes
that one
separate
could
them.
Easily change.
Yeah, Justice of the Supreme Court, 3rd District. You've got Deborah Hembry Lambert, 32, 63. Heftily votes there over the other 2.
In the Middlesboro Mayor's race, it's Rick Nelson with 49%, Bo Green 20%, and Carter with 18%, Kelly with 12%. That is with 1 precinct left to report as the screens update now.
All righty. Hello to all the folks who are on the feed with us this evening. We certainly appreciate it. Still 30 of 31 checking in. Still 30 of 31. Let's do another quick round of seeing who's in the courtroom tonight. There's Billy Robbins and his crew. We have got Carl Frith's wife there. And again, the media is with us today. We've got some folks in the back there who are just looking for these numbers. Still 30 of 31 precincts. There's our buddy Doug Jordan from the Sheriff's Department there. We'll scoot things back around here. Albie Brock, 1972. Bruce Hendrickson, 1983. Jesse Coates Taylor at 297. Jerry Tiny Watkins at 228. That is in the Judge Executive's race for Bell County. Gary Ferguson at 1556. Bobby Valentine Jr. at 1167. And Randy Venable at 774 for the Jailer's race, Republican side, sorry. Jay Steele at 2065. Clyde Creech at 1431 for the Coroner's race. And we're going to go to, they're doing some updating on the Harlan system, so we'll get to that in a minute if you want to go ahead now.
Yeah, we're in Harlan County now in the 5th District Magistrate's race, with all precincts reporting on a Republican ticket. Dale Long has defeated Rick Torstrick, 58% to 41. In the 5th Congressional District, United States Representative in Harlan County, it's Kenneth Stepp with 59%. In the Commonwealth's Attorney's race, with all precincts reporting, it's Stephen Parker Boggs retains his seat with 60% of the vote. Absentees are not counted at this time. That is a large difference. I do not see that one changing. In the 1st District Magistrate's race on the Democratic tickets, the incumbent Clark Sparky Middleton has 74% of the vote over Scott Lewis's 25. First District Constable's race, it's Tony No with 50.7%, Bobby Grubbs with 49.3%. Third District Magistrate's race, David Kennedy has 71% of the vote. The challenger, Tommy Jenkins, 28%. Fourth District Constable race, with all precincts reporting, it's the incumbent, James Stephen Ray, with 60% of the vote. In the 5th District Magistrate's race on the Democratic ticket, the incumbent, Democrat James Howard, has 54% of the vote. In the 5th District Constable's race, with all precincts reporting, the incumbent, Robert Haywood, has 80% of the vote.
Still 30 of 31 for the sheriff on the Democrat side. Carl Frith at 888, David Cornelius at 656. 30 of 31 for jailer on the Democrat side. Larry McCullough, 746, and Jason Gregory, 668. Not too many as far as any updates in the last little bit for either of us, so we're going to take a little breather here again, and we're going to just say a big thank you to Brooks Durham Funeral Home for covering our hosting of this tonight. They're sponsoring that. And is there anybody you want to say hello to while we're waiting?
Everybody in Harlan, Bell, Knox County, everyone listening.
Yep.
You know, we really appreciate doing this. We enjoy doing this.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to thank all the sponsors for allowing us to do that, and all of you all for supporting the sponsors, because in supporting sponsors, you're supporting us also and allowing us to do this.
Absolutely. 10 of 11 checking in, and I think we've said this once before, there's not been a change. Mayor, City of Middlesboro, Rick Nelson, 815, Clarence Bo Green, 327, Lucas Carter, 298, and William Bill Kelly got 199. Top 2 vote getters move on to November.
As the Bell County screen updates, we'll go to Harlan County. We have all precincts reporting. Paul Caldwell has gained the Republican nomination with 48% of the vote. Paul Caldwell was the magistrate in that district for several years. He has not been for the last 2 terms, and he's trying to make a comeback now. And it appears he's off to a good start. He got the Republican nomination. He will face the current magistrate, Clark Sparky Middleton, in November.
Okay, sounds good. Keep in mind that the sheriff's race is not decided tonight. We've got incumbent Mr. Mitch Williams going to be facing either David Cornelius or Carl Frith, and an independent, Mr. Fusen. Albie Brock, 1972. Bruce Hendrickson, 983. Jesse Coates Taylor at 297. And Jerry Tiny Watkins, 228. Not sure if Mr. Hendrickson is able to catch Mr. Brock in this race.
In the coroner's race.
Big difference. Go.
In the coroner's race, with 30 of 31 precincts reporting, we have Jay Steele leading with 59.1% of the vote. Clyde Creech, 40.9%. First District Magistrate in Bell County, Eddie Saylor has won that nomination pending absentee ballots with 32%. In the First District Constable's race, with all precincts reporting, it's Glenn Hobbs with 66.4% of the vote. In the Second District Magistrate's race, with all precincts reporting, we have David Bo Bush with 29.1%, followed by John Smith with 20.8%. In the Second District Constable's race, with all precincts reporting, Keith Allen Cox has clinched that nomination with 70.6% of the vote. Third District Magistrate's race, with all precincts reporting, it's Lonnie Jr. Maiden with 60.3% of the vote. In the 4th District Constable's race, we still have one precinct that is not reported yet.
Yep.
However, Kevin Gordon has 78.9% of the vote, Henry Root 21.1%. 5th District Magistrate's race, all precincts reporting, we have Terry Bailey with 34.8%, followed by Joe Hammondtree, 25.1%. In the 5th District Constable's race, with all precincts reporting, we have Rick Dunn with 61.5%, Matt Durham with 38.5%. In the United States Representative 5th Congressional District in Bell County, with 30 of 31 precincts reporting, it's Kenneth Stepp with 59.4%, Scott Sykes with 40%.
And again, there's not been much of a change. You can see those totals that are rolling on the screen, folks. But those who are listening on the radio, Larry McCullough sits at 746, and Jason Gregory 668 for Democrat on the jailer side. We've got Jesse Brock Jr., 140, and Andy Wilder at 92 in their race. Second Magisterial District, 9 of 9. Freddie Hunter has taken that race, but it looks like, 12 votes separate?
Yeah, that I don't feel comfortable calling that one at
Right.
this point.
I can tell you that it's very close between David Scott Hendrickson at 136 and Ansel Patterson at 134 for their race. That could easily be decided by an absentee vote.
In the 3rd Supreme Court District Justice race, we have Deborah Lambert with 73.6%, David Tapp 13%, Dan Ballou 12%. In the mayor's race, 10 of 11 precincts reporting, it's Rick Nelson with 49.7%. The real race is between Green and Carter. They're within 2% of each other. One of those two will go on in November. to face Rick Nelson.
Absolutely. Now, folks are asking me, can you explain how the sheriff race works? Not understanding how it works this year. Sheriff Mitch Williams, the incumbent, did not have anyone running against him, so he's unopposed. No one was running against the independent, Mr. Fusen. But there were two Democrats that were running against each other. That was Mr. David Cornelius and Mr. Carl Frith. So the primary breaks it down by party, and then at the end of the year, around November-ish, time to vote for the final candidate.
We get to do it all over again, don't we?
Well, we'll be here. Lord willing, creek don't rise. 1972 for Albie Brock, Bruce Hendrickson 983, Jesse Coates Taylor 297, and Jerry Tiny Watkins at 228. Take the jailer, would you?
In the jailer's race, 30 of 31 reporting, it's Gary Ferguson, 44%, Bobby Valentine, 33, Randy Venable, 22. In the coroner's race, with one precinct left, we have Jay Steele, 59%, Clyde Creech, 40%. First District Magistrate's race, all precincts are reporting. Eddie Saylor had 32% of the vote. Miracle with 22, Wade Hoskins 20, Sanders 16, Miracle 6.5, and Wilson 1. In the constable's race, First District, all precincts reporting. Hobbs has clinched that nomination, pending absentees with 66% of the vote. In the Second District Magistrate's race, with all precincts reporting, it's David Bo Bush with 29%, John Smith 20, Brock with 16. In the Second District Constable's race, with all precincts reporting, it's Keith Allen Cox with 70% of the vote, Elmer Sizemore 29%. In the Third District Magistrate's race, with all precincts reporting, it's Lonnie Maiden, 60% of the vote, Donnie Sparks with 39%. Fourth District Constable's race, with one precinct left, we have Kevin Gordon with 78%, Henry Root with 21%. In the 5th District Magistrate's race, all precincts reporting, it's Terry Bailey with 34%, Joe Hammontree 25%, Chris Frazier with 12%, Messer with 11, Fusen with 6, Napier with 4, Hembry with 3, and Langford with 3.
Constable 5th, I'm sorry. We've got 7 of 7 checking in. Rick Dunn has taken that race with 61%. You've got Kenneth Stepp over Scott Sykes, 746 to 510 in the 5th Congressional District. Still no change, 57% going to Carl Frith right now over David Cornelius, 42.5. You've got Larry McCullough still over Jason Gregory, 52% to 47%. Jesse Brock Jr., 1st Magisterial District, 60% over Andy Wilder's 39%. You've got Magistrate 2nd Magisterial District in Bell, 9 of 9 checking in. Barring any issues, Freddie Hunter has taken that race. Same thing for Ricky Lee Washington Sr. over Fish Mills. Now, Fish was the incumbent. He has been constable of his district for 25 years. Constable 3rd Magisterial District, still very close. David Scott Hendrickson over Ansel Patterson by 2 votes. We've got Deborah Hembry Lambert, 3263 over David Tapp and Dan Ballou. And we still have 10 of 10. Rick Nelson, it looks like he's clinched the 1st position, and Clarence Bow Green and Lucas Carter are battling it out for the 2nd position in that particular race.
There's only 2% difference in the second two candidates. That could change if you combine the one precinct that's still there with the absentee ballots. They could easily, that 2% could go either direction.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will tell you, I'm not sure which of the precincts has yet to check in. We normally, a lot of folks will go, hey, it's Frakes. And, you know, Frakes is a bit west of us. You might as well just say Frakes is kind of in Whitley County as far as the distance you're traveling. I think I've got that right. But they've got a bit of a long haul to get here to turn their votes in. But I'm not sure about Middlesboro. Still one of those precincts checking in. Could be several different reasons. So what we're going to do is let you see around the courtroom again for another moment, give you a break from the screen for just a few minutes. We appreciate everyone who is watching and paying attention to what we're doing here. We hope that we have been providing this to you in a very professional manner, and that you can count on us for getting these all of the results to you. Let me put it that way, okay? We thank you for joining us. Without our audience, we are just two guys sitting here talking for no particular reason, and I'm just realizing that I'm changing the camera around, and I still have it on us. So we'll just give you a quick look around. Thanks. That's some of the folks who are here in the courtroom today. There's not been a change, folks, so we're just kind of looking around the courtroom. There's our friends from WYMT again with us. There's Frank and Penny from WRIL-FM FXY and WANO. We've got several in the back there. I don't know if you can see them for the projector, but we've got Jay Steele and his family are here. We've got Keith Cox and his family in the back. Rick Nelson is here somewhere. Did I pass Rick? Oh, there he is. So we're getting to our final little bit here. Again, we appreciate everyone who's tuned in, not only on Facebook, but on the radio as we broadcast this to you. Thank you so much for your time. What would you normally be doing on a Tuesday night?
Let's see, what time is it now? 7:30. I would be sleeping.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Or trying to sleep, but the 3 kids, they kind of don't allow that.
Your children don't allow you to sleep?
No, but I return the favor. When I get up at 5 a.m. to get ready for work, they do also.
Excellent. All right, so where is the state representative as far as that race for Bell and Harlan? They don't have one. They don't have one this time. For the 87th district, they don't have one until November. Dustin Allen and Mr. Bowling will be running against each other in November. And when it comes time for that, we'll go ahead and make sure that we get that covered. We hope you have an opportunity to tune in. If you've liked what you've seen today, please drop us a line if there's anything we can change other than not being able to get connected to the station initially. Who's leading the Magistrate District 2 in Bell County? Well, I would tell you, folks, the problem is the screen has gone blank for now. This could be the last precinct coming up. Could very well be. Is it? It is. All right, folks, here we go. Here are the last results of this before we get to the absentees. A total of 5,737 votes. 5737. All precincts now checking in. Here we go. Harold Howe Rogers, 3114. And we'll move on. The final for the County Judge Executive is Albie Brock, 2,079 votes. 1,025 for Bruce Hendrickson, 313 for Jesse Coates Taylor, 247 for Jerry Tiny Watkins. The final for Republican side for the jailer, Gary Ferguson, 1660. Bobby Valentine Jr., 1193. Randy Venable, 830. Coroner, 31 of 31, 2146. Clyde Creech, 1537.
In the 1st District Magistrate, all precincts reporting, it's Eddie Saylor with 236 votes, Joe Miracle with 165, Wade Hoskins 153. In the 1st District Constable's race, all precincts reporting, it's Glenn Hobbs with 66.4% of the vote, Creed Barnett Jr. with 33.6%. 2nd District Magistrate's race, all precincts reporting in Bell County, it's David Bo Bush with 29.1%, John Smith 20.8%. 2nd District Constable's race with all precincts reporting, Keith Allen Cox has that nomination pending absentees with 70.6% of the vote. In the 3rd District Magistrate's race, it's Lonnie Jr. Maiden with 60.3% of the vote, Donnie Sparks with 39.7%. In the 4th District Constable's race, it's Kevin Gordon with 79.4%, Henry Root with 20.6%. 5th District Magistrate's race, all precincts reporting, it's Terry Bailey with 34.8%, Joe Hammontree with 25.1%. In the 5th District Constable's race, with all precincts reporting, Rick Dunn has got that nomination with 61.5%. Matt Durham has 38.5%.
31 of 31 checking in the 5th Congressional District. 783 for Kenneth Stepp and 544 for Scott Sykes. A final for the Carl Frith David Cornelius race. It's 933 for Carl Frith and David Cornelius, 704. Jailer for Democrat side, Larry McCullough, 796. Jason Gregory, 692.
In the 1st District Magistrate's race, with all precincts reporting, it's Jess Brock Jr. with 60.3%. In the 2nd District Magistrate's race, all precincts reporting in Bell County, Freddie Hunter has 32.8%. In the 2nd District Constable's race, all precincts reporting, Ricky Lee Washington Sr., pending absentee ballots, has that nomination with 52.9%. 3rd District Constable's race, all precincts, it's David Hendrickson, 45%, Ansel Patterson, 44%, and Rufus Irvin with 10%.
You've got the 3rd Supreme Court District. Deborah Hembry-Lambert has won that nomination, 34-38 over others. And the final from Middlesboro is Rick Nelson, 981, Clarence Bo Green, 398, Lucas Carter, 352, and William Kelly, 232. Going to the big race in November will be Mr. Rick Nelson, former representative. He's actually still representative till the end of the year, and Clarence Bo Green. Once again, Rick Nelson and Clarence Bo Green. They will be heading off to November to fight for the mayor's seat.
That's still pending absentee ballots.
That's true, yes.
It was within a few percentage points. It could still change, but that could be it.
That there is a chance, yes. Here's what we're going to do, folks, because this is pretty much seen its time. Did we get Gary Ferguson and Bobby Valentine in there? Yes, we did. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the video on. Actually, know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let this roll so you can pick up anything else you may want, okay? I'm going to run down to the clerk's office for absentees and see if they'll give them to us, okay? So just enjoy the ambiance of the courtroom, and we'll be back here momentarily as we try and figure out, are any of these races going to change? Now, if you want to stick around and talk to them, I'll go down there and get that, and you can update folks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is Sean.
I'll give a rundown on Harlan County with all precincts reporting. In the United States Representative for the 5th Congressional District, this is Harlan County. We have Hal Rogers with 83%, Serrano with 16%. In the County Judge Executive's race on the Republican ticket, Darla Carter Heflin has won that nomination. In the County Clerk on the Republican ticket, John Clem Jr. has won that nomination with 51% of the vote, Sean Miller 48%. First District Magistrate's race with all precincts reporting, Paul Caldwell is your nominee with 48% of the vote. In the 3rd District Magistrate's race with all precincts reporting, Paul Browning has 67.7%. 4th District Constable's race, all precincts reporting, it's Charles Bailey with 77%, Hickey with 22%. 5th District Magistrate's race with all precincts reporting, we have Dale Long with 58%. In the United States Representative for 5th Congressional District in Harlan County, all precincts, Kenneth Stepp has 59%, Sykes with 40%. Stephen Parker Boggs remains your Commonwealth's attorney with 60.9%. Jason Jackson got 39.1%. In the county clerk's race in the Democratic ticket, the incumbent Donna Hoskins has an astounding 74%. First District Magistrate's race, it's Clark Sparky Middleton, the incumbent, with 74.5%. He will face Paul Caldwell in November. In the 1st District Constable's race, we have Tony Noe with 50.7%, Bobby Hot Rod Grubbs 49.3%. In the 3rd District Magistrate's race, it's David Kennedy with 71.2%. In the 4th District Constable's race, we have James Stephen Ray with 60.7%. In the 5th District Magistrate's race, we have James Howard, the incumbent, with 54%, Freeman Clark 42.5%. In the 5th District Constable's race, we have Robert Haywood, the incumbent, with 80% of the vote, Frank Pennington Sr. 19.1%. In the judge for the Court of Appeals, 7th Appellate District, 2nd Division, we have Gene Smallwood Jr. with 25%, David Barber 22%, Donald Combs 22%. Back to Bell County, Brian has gone down now to see if he can get the absentee votes. Without the absentee votes, with 31 of 31 precincts reporting, we have 5,737 ballots cast. In Bell County, for the United States Representative in Congress, 5th Congressional District, it is Harold Hal Rogers with 87.5%, Serrano with 12.5%. In the County Judge Executive's race, Albie Brock remains your Judge Executive with 56.7% of the vote. In the Jailer's race, it's Gary Ferguson with 45.1% of the vote. In the Coroner's race, we have Jay Steele with 58.3% of the vote, Clyde Creech 41.7%. In the 1st District Magistrate's race, it's Eddie Saylor with 236 votes, followed by Joe Miracle 165, Wade Hoskins 153, Jason Sanders 121. In the 1st District Constable's race, it's Glenn Hobbs with 66% of the vote, Creed Barnett with 33% of the vote. In the 2nd District Magistrate's race, we have David Bo Bush with 29.1% of the vote, John Smith 20.8% of the vote. In the 2nd District Constable's race, with all precincts reporting, we have Keith Allen Cox, 70.6% of the vote, Elmer Sizemore, 29.4%. In the 3rd District Magistrate's race, with all precincts reporting, pending absentee ballots, it's Lonnie Maiden, 60.3%, Donnie Sparks, 39.7%. In the 4th District Constable's race, with all precincts reporting, it's Kevin Gordon, 79.4%, Henry Root, 20.6%. In the 5th District Magistrate's race, with all precincts pending absentee, it's Terry Bailey with 34.8%, Joe Hammondtree 25%.
Okay, someone's asking about the clerk's race in Harlan, and while you're doing that, I have an update. The, yes ma'am? It's downstairs, yes ma'am. Okay, so here's the way it's done in Bell County. There are only 30 precincts. There are only 30 precincts. The last one to report in is counted as the absentees. So that last one that we saw on here makes everything final as far as what they have on record today. When it becomes official, then they will officially notify the folks, but the way it works is there's 31 precincts in Bell County. The last one is counted as a precinct, but it represents all of the absentees.
That clears it up.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could tell you that's how it runs in Harlan. It might be, or it might not be. I don't know. We have Harlan's coming back around again. Someone was asking about the clerk's race.
Yes.
We have 33 of 33. They just turned it off, and it's back. Ken, you're going to have to do a little better if you're listening. In the United States representative race, here we have the county judge executives race now coming up. Mm-hmm. The Republican nominee is Darla Carter Heflin. She has 63% of the vote. In the county clerk's race, this is on the Republican side. John Clem Jr. has 51.3%. Sean Miller has 48.7%. That's, if that includes absentees, John Clem has that one. If it doesn't, that one could change.
Okay.
I know that Donna Hoskins, the incumbent, did get a very large percentage and capture the Democratic nomination.
Okay.
So in the clerk's race in November, you will have Donna Hoskins, the incumbent, facing Republican John Clem.
All right. What you're seeing that's been rolling, folks, these are the totals. These are the quote-unquote unofficial totals until they put their rubber stamp on it. But these are the totals as far as including absentee votes. All right, so again, it's counted as a precinct. Now, before we go with Sean, I would like to say thank you for being here first and foremost. Are you leaving me?
No, I'll be right back.
Okay, he's coming right back. I would like to have someone come in here. Mr. Nelson, would you come in for just a minute, please? We've got Representative Rick Nelson, who is, he's still a representative. He is still a representative. He's going to join me for just a second while Sean takes care of whatever Sean's going to take care of. Oh, okay. He was going to get Rick. You're looking straight ahead here, sir.
Yes.
First and foremost, thank you for the job you've done as representative. That will come to an end at the end of the year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. December 31st.
December 31st. And you've been a representative for how many years?
18.
18 years. So looks like you're headed in a bit of a different direction. You've got another race ahead of you. Congratulations on being one of the two top vote getters. You and Mr. Green will be going head-to-head in November, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And I know that you're not going to let all the cats out of the bag about what plans you have, but I know that you are planning on moving Middlesboro in a forward direction.
One of the things we brought up, Brian, and some of the other candidates latched onto it, is just to clean up the town quite a bit. And when our first campaign legislature, we wanted to take care of dilapidated buildings and all that. And, you know, I think it's a big deal. And I visited about 3,000 homes during this campaign, knocking on doors and things. And we saw some places that I don't think too many people would live in. So, you know, you got to take care of your home. You got to make it a clean place. And I think if you can do that, I think that everything else falls in place. And before I leave, I want to thank everyone that helped us. And it was a good, clean campaign, I think, overall. And if you voted for me, thank you. And if you talked for me, I appreciate it very much. And we'll take a couple of week break and get right back after it here in June.
All right. Well, again, congratulations.
Thank you, Brian.
Looking forward to another clean race, and we hope that everybody can adhere to that, and we're grateful for everyone who's tuned in tonight. Thank you, and
Brian.
hope to talk to you soon.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Representative Rick Nelson, who is now a candidate for mayor, or I should say continuing candidate for mayor, because he is moving on to the November race. So he's moving on to the November race forthwith, so to speak. So what we'll do is I'm going to have Sean come back in here and kind of say goodbye to you for now. We were unable to bring you the Knox County results due to, I'm not sure what was going on with their feed. We could never get hooked up with their feed. But Sean, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for all the listeners and everyone. I really enjoy election returns. I enjoy coming down here and being with you all in Bell County. Thank you, and I hope to be back in November.
And we hope to bring you back. And if you could, do you think you could also bring us the Harlan results at that point?
Yes.
In November?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Harlan Community TV's been real good to us. They've been real good to me. Governor Brian Hill, with a capital G, of course, has always been very helpful with us at WHLN and
Right.
also right here to get this feed to us.
Absolutely. Well, we are very grateful, and thank you. We've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of folks that have got in touch with us on our Facebook Live feed tonight, so we're very grateful for that. Someone's asking, who got 4th District Magistrate? Well, I can tell you it's coming up here on the screen in just a minute, so we'll tell. Oh, wait a minute. I've got the results right in front of me. I forgot about that. 4th District Magistrate went to Mr. Kevin Gordon. Mr. Kevin Gordon. So there you go. And if there's anything else, I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up for us. I'll take all of these. I'll scan them in. I'll put them on the page, and you can look at them for yourself in case you missed anything. See you in November. God bless. And don't forget, this is Kentucky Mount Laurel Festival Week. The rides are already in town. I can almost smell the something on a stick. There's a lot of things on sticks during festivals.
So can we expect during Tradio to see you with a funnel cake or a
Hey,
lemonade?
we have moved literally within just a feet of the festival, so we're looking forward to that.
So is the rumor true that I hear that the reason you moved to Pineville was to get closer to the funnel cakes?
I refuse to admit anything like that. Someone's asking about who got Constable number 3. Constable 3. That went to Constable 3. Really? Where's Constable 3 at? There's 5, there's 4, there's 3. Do we not have a Constable 3rd District? There it is. It's all the way on the back page. As of right now, it's 213 for Mr. Ricky Lee Washington over Larry Mills, 190. Very tight race there, but all the absentees are in, and that's pretty much the way it goes. Anybody else? Who got sheriff? That would be Mr. Carl Frith. Carl Frith won, but see, here's the thing about that. He still has to go up against incumbent Sheriff Mitch Williams and Mr. Tommy Fusen. That happens in November. So, is there anything else I'm forgetting? Did I win a T-shirt? Steve has just got to be different. Welcome to my feed.
So you're giving away T-shirts?
I am. We're going to be giving them out during the festival parade on Saturday.
Yes. I may not get a T-shirt then.
Who got Constable 2? Constable 2 went to... Wait a minute. Someone's asking me about... Okay, hang on, folks. Hang on. Constable 2 went to Keith Allen Cox. Magistrate District 1 went to Eddie Saylor.
While you're in there, Magistrate District 2.
Magistrate District 2. Kevin got Constable, not Magistrate. Correct. Magistrate District 2 went to David Bo Bush. David Bo Bush. Any other questions real quick? If I said Kevin got Magistrate, I'm sorry. I meant to say he got Constable. That's 2. Mayor's race in Middlesboro went to Rick Nelson and Bo Green. They pretty much duke it out in November. Who got it for Judge Executive? Albie Brock. I missed it. Who got Jailer? Let's see. Golly. Hang on, folks. Jailer. To Gary Ferguson for Republican side and Mr. Larry McCullough for Mr. Jason Gregory for the Democrat side. I did say that right, didn't I?
I think you did.
I'm looking, folks. Give me just a minute here. I lied to you. Sorry. Larry McCullough, Democrat side. Mr. Ferguson for the Republican side. Magistrate District 4, Glenn Webb. Magistrate District 4, Glenn Webb. Well, it'd be nice if it was in order, but it's not. Yes. Anybody else? Who got it for Constable number 3? Hang on just a second. I think this is going to be the last question I'm going to be able to answer because we're still live on the air here. Constable 3rd goes to, by a slim margin, David Scott Hendrickson. There we go. All right. God bless you. You guys have a great night. And God bless all the media who covered all this. That would be us.
Yes.
And YMT, Frank and Penny, and the Daily News, and Pineville Sun. See ya. God bless. Have a great night.